A very good afternoon to all our viewers and welcome to Lunchtime News, coming to you live and direct from the Newsfirst studios here in Colombo. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Mazra Hassan. Here's a look at the headlines.
Former Defence Secretary Gotabaya Rajapaksa released on bail by permanent High Court trial at bar. Cleanup continues off the coast of Uswatike following oil spill. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe off to Vietnam on 3-day official visit. 4-year-old drowns after falling into an unprotected well in Nampara.
On to our lead story now. Indictments were served on former Defence Secretary Gotabaya Rajapaksa and 6 others at the permanent High Court trial at bar in connection with the alleged misappropriation of funds for the construction of the D.A. Rajapaksa Memorial Museum in 2014.
The case was filed in connection with the alleged misappropriation of 48 million rupees for the construction of D.A. Rajapaksa Memorial Museum in 2014. This is the second case filed by the Attorney General at the permanent High Court at trial at bar. Rajapaksa and 6 others were released on a cash bail of 100,000 rupees each and 2 sureties of 1 million rupees each. Former President Mahinda Rajapaksa was also present in court today when the case was taken up.
Venerable Batramulle Seelaratna Thero, the leader of the Janaseta Peramuna, commented on the case filed against Gotabaya Rajapaksa.
Gotabaya Rajapaksa, speaking to the media, commented on spending millions for the renovation of his parents' memorial. He speaks as if he did with good intentions for the memory of his parents. But why couldn't they do it with their own money? Basil, Mahinda, Namal and Gotabaya, all of them get paid. Why couldn't they do it with their salaries? When public funds are utilized for such things, who is going to pay back the people? The money that you earn is being used by them in this manner.
Marine Environment Protection Authority, together with the Sri Lanka Army, Sri Lankan Navy and the Sri Lankan Coast Guard Conservation Department are involved in the cleanup operation in the coast of Uswatike following Saturday's oil spill.
The Marine Environment Protection Authority has requested the fishing community to refrain from moving to the coastal belt from Uswatike to Pamunagama Jayala until the oil is removed from the sea. A team of experts has already visited the site to study and observe the harm caused to marine resources and the environment following the oil spill. A leak was reported in the pipeline carrying fuel to Muthurajavelaboi to Kolonnava on Saturday morning. The Marine Environment Protection Authority says as a result around 10 tons of oil had spilled in the sea. The leak reportedly happened when furnace oil was being unloaded from a UAE flagged tanker. The CPC commenced repairs on the pipeline on Saturday afternoon and stressed this had not disrupted the distribution process. CPC said a proposal has been made to the government to place a new pipeline for the unloading of fuel.
A 4-year-old had drowned after falling into an unprotected well in a village in Ampara. The 8-foot deep well had been dug up by the Department of Irrigation for a development project. The victim was a resident from Bakiale area and police investigations are underway. The Gamada teams travelling across the country for 14 days have identified several major issues that the people face.
Gamada Door-to-Door Initiative.
Gammat, the door-to-door team, met with the villagers in Tiar Nagar, Trincomalee. The main issue faced by the people here is the water crisis. The children in the area also don't have a school to engage in their educational activities. Around 3,000 families live in the Siraj Nagar in Trincomalee. The locals face severe difficulties as they do not have a bridge in the area. They charge they have to walk for 6 kilometers to reach the town. The government, the team listed down the problems faced by the people in Nanperiyal, Ratnapura. The locals face difficulties in engaging their daily activities due to absence of proper transportation system. They charge that the children walk for over 2 hours to reach their schools.
Gum at the door-to-door initiative.
An Indian national was arrested by the authorities at the Bandaranaike International Airport for the alleged possession of a stock of gold.
The stock of gold was smuggled from Dubai. Customs officials at the BIA said 601 gram of gold taken into custody and was valued at 3.9 million rupees. The jewellery were plated with silver and was concealed inside the travelling bag to deceive the officials. The arrested suspect was a 38-year-old resident of Maharashtra, India.
Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe left for Vietnam today to participate in the Association of Southeast Asian Nations World Economic Forum to be held in Hanoi. The Prime Minister is attending the event following an invitation extended by the Association of Southeast Asian Nations World Economic Forum. The Prime Minister is expected to have one-to-one meetings with Vietnamese Prime Minister, Singaporean Prime Minister and Chinese Deputy Prime Minister in his visit to Vietnam. The Katunayake Airport said the Prime Minister left the island aboard Flight UL 404. A 32-year-old individual was injured following a shootout in Taldua area in Koggala.
Police said the shootout occurred around 8:30 last night when an individual on a bike opened fire. The injured was admitted to the Karapitiya hospital. Police further noted the suspect has been identified and he had left the area.
UPFA parliamentarian S.M. Chandrasena says if the elections are not held on time, the election secretariat will be surrounded.
It was said the election will be held on the 5th of January or the following Saturday. This was announced by the Commission and it is Chairman Mahinda Deshapriya. If they fail to do that, we will surround the election secretariat. If they fail to hold the election, they should withdraw their election plan. The people will no longer have faith in elections in this country and the situation will be such that the Commission and its chairman will not be able to face the people of the land.
Politicians continue to comment on the statement made by Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, hinting he would remain as leader of the United National Party until 2030. Now, this is what parliamentarian Kelly Nabukwella had to say.
Ranil Wickremesinghe is the only person in Sri Lanka to be a party leader for 23 years. He says he will not leave until 2030, which means he wants to remain as leader for 40 years. This is disgraceful. The UNP was in power after independence for 30 years. The leader of 23 years failed to become head of state even once. He lost 30 elections. After the disgraceful defeat, he tells at the party convention that he will be the leader until 2030 and will groom a new tier.
The International Cricket Council confirmed that it has awarded ODI status to all matches in the upcoming Asia Cup, which will take place in Abu Dhabi and Dubai from the 15th to the 28th of September.
ICC Chief Executive David Richardson said, I quote, "To grant ODI status to all matches in the Asia Cup is a positive step taken by the ICC board as we continue to take an in-depth look at international cricket structures in relation to our long-term ambition of growing the game and adding to the 1 billion fans who already follow the sport." This decision was informed by a review of the ICC World Cup qualifier earlier this year, where there was a mix of games with and without international status, which proved to be confusing for fans. In order to simplify the situation, we will extend the ICC Cricket World Cup principle of all matches, being ODIs, to other tournaments where a number of teams have ODI status and some not. This includes the Asia Cup and ICC Cricket World Cup qualifiers.
And that's the wrap of Lunchtime News. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Rasan. Thank you for joining us. Have a good day.